Hello and welcome to our webinar. Today we'll be discussing the 7 pitfalls or limitations that we have seen our customers experience with QuickBooks. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Derek Delaquadri and I am the president of Vision Infosoft. Many of our customers use QuickBooks for accounting and many other functions. Here at Vision, we've used QuickBooks as well in the past. It's a solid accounting platform for many businesses. However, there are limitations, and that's what we'll be covering today. And today I have Dee Golden with me, construction industry specialist. She's going to explore the pitfalls of QuickBooks and will help you better understand the best practices and options available to you. I've worked with Dee for over 3 years now, and she's helped us improve several functions of our T&M Billing Manager software, as well as our Electrical Bid Manager software. So now I'd like to hand it over to Dee to navigate you through the pitfalls of QuickBooks.
Hello, everyone. As Derek mentioned, my name is Dee Golden, and I've been working with contractors in the construction industry for a little over 25 years now. And during that time, I've run into a lot of contractors who use QuickBooks at some point in their business ventures. Some contractors, they've said they like QuickBooks because it's easy. The truth is, it only seems easy because of its limited ability for contractors. It actually creates more work for you while delivering fewer results. When you add up the extra time spent on workarounds and hours upon hours of preparing spreadsheets, it's like pouring hard-earned money right down the drain. With that being said, QuickBooks is not all bad. It's a good program for contractors who are just starting out. But in order to grow your company and increase your jobs, you need features that QuickBooks simply doesn't have or cannot accommodate. So let's get started with pitfall number 1. Detailed job cost reporting, or lack thereof, I should say, for most electrical contractors. QuickBooks is lacking in many of the necessary reports that contractors need. Without proper job cost reporting, you really don't know if you're profitable on a job until that job is over, and that can be way too late. You need to be able to see in real time where your actual costs stand against your budget, whether at a bird's eye view or at the detailed level of how many switches were used on the project, what your costs are compared to your income earned. Knowing this information in real time lets you know if you're bidding your jobs accurately or whether or not a change order needs to be issued. Finding this information out only after the job is completed can cost your company a lot of money. Proper job costing provides important information for budgeting and analytic review and leads to better profitability, better management decisions, and timely financial reporting. To grow your business and get larger scale jobs, more often than not, you're going to be required to get bonding. Bonding companies want to see a WIP or a work in progress report to be able to assess your company's overall progress and profitability on jobs over time. Anyone who has had to manually create a WIP report in Excel for a bonding company knows just how time-consuming that can be. With the proper software designed for contractors, that report can be as simple as a click of a button to create. Change order generation and tracking is another aspect of the construction world that is absolutely necessary in today's market. For pitfall number 2, I would like to talk about change orders and how they effectively manage them can cause quite a nightmare if you're doing those manually. Whether it's a change to the work to be performed, the contract amount, the completion date, or some other term of the contract, a change order has to go through many stages from being written up, sent to the appropriate parties, reviewed, approved, denied, sent back. All of this takes a lot of time. Tracking all of this can be very tedious and time-consuming, especially when manually creating in Word and tracking in Excel spreadsheets, for example. Industry standard templates to fill in and approval tracking built in makes this whole process less cumbersome and more efficient. The ability to have your approved change orders flow seamlessly into your AIA or progress billing is imperative to making sure you're billing for those changes in a timely manner. Losing track of or forgetting to bill an approved change order altogether can be very costly to your company. You want to be able to keep your income flow in line with your expenditures on a project at all times. The ability to track your committed cost on materials and subcontracted labor is another very important piece of the puzzle that most all contractors need, and that's what pitfall number 3 is all about. Committed costs in the way of purchase orders and subcontracts, those are obligations that your company has made that need to be upheld and can help you gauge how much room you have left in your budget for additional expenses. The inability to keep up with those commitments can fill a dangerous gap in your job costs that can lead to overspending on a job or wasting money unnecessarily. Being able to see in real time what your actual costs are, in addition to your committed cost, and how they compare to your budget, will help you catch potential cost overages before you receive those invoices. Purchase orders are key financial elements of an overall project contract. They outline the price and quantity of materials necessary to complete your projects. The manual process of ordering and tracking materials can become overwhelming, especially on large projects. Having the ability to generate a purchase order and email that directly to your supplier, and in turn be able to enter that directly into AP, which will automatically update your job costs, once again saves you and your company valuable time. With software that provides the proper integration between those puzzle pieces, you can quickly and easily see if your supplier shipped the proper quantity or charged you the agreed upon amount. In addition, you can run detailed job purchases reports that will allow you to see your PO commitments against what you've been charged, what you've paid, and what is left outstanding. When working on a large project and you need some extra hands, or perhaps you need help with labor that requires a special expertise such as fire alarms, subcontracts can be your company's saving grace. It's generally a lot less expensive to hire a subcontractor with the knowledge and skill set you need rather than bringing in a full-time employee that's going to need training and benefits and more. There are a lot of advantages to using subcontractors, but with that being said, you need to be able to generate contracts easily and track the progress of those contracts. This includes everything from creating the original agreements, tracking changes to those agreements as the project progresses, tracking retainage withheld, and even back charges that may occur. In addition, you need to keep up with your subcontractor's insurance expiration information and be able to provide insurance audit reports with ease. This is just one more area where QuickBooks falls short. With software written for contractors, this whole process can be simplified, and you can focus on delivering a profitable project every time. There is no question that payroll is one of the most important aspects of any construction business that needs to be managed effectively, which brings us to pitfall number 4. Payroll tracking and processing can be time-consuming and stressful, particularly when you're using a payroll program that wasn't designed with the complex needs of a contractor. QuickBooks Payroll was not designed with the contractor in mind. It falls short in many areas, which we will discuss today. The ability to have multiple jobs, multiple states, and even multiple pay rates all in one pay period and on one paycheck. Having this flexibility in your payroll system is critical to keeping your job labor costs and hours up to date and accurate. You need to be able to break down your timesheet detail and have that flow directly into your job cost automatically without limitations. With construction-specific payroll, these features are built right in with no need for workarounds. Furthermore, having a mobile timekeeping application in place that is designed along with your accounting and payroll program and not as an afterthought or a third-party add-on allows for integration directly with your payroll, accounting, and job costing, which can have a huge impact on your bottom line. With a system in place that enables employees to enter their time in the field and have that information pulled directly into your payroll saves valuable time on data processing, as well as a reduction in errors. Plus, you can have a whole slew of other perks with the right software. For example, the ability for employees to enter job site notes from the field, GPS tracking, and so much more. If your business works on federally funded projects as a contractor or subcontractor, you're required to submit a weekly certified payroll report to stay in compliance. Certified payroll is another area that QuickBooks falls short on and requires you to do manually or use a third-party add-on. The U.S. Department of Labor estimates it will take 55 minutes to gather and compile 8 employees' information on a single report. It's not too bad if you only have 8 employees who only work on one job. But in reality, you could spend hours just collecting, reviewing, and confirming your payroll data. That's in addition to generating paychecks and completing a certified payroll report. This work becomes even more time-consuming the more employees you have and the more jobs you work on. It's also highly error-prone if you're creating these reports manually. Having a program that has an easy-to-use interface that allows for setting up your prevailing wage rates by job and certified class can make certified reporting extremely simple. You should be able to enter your employees' time once and not have to enter into a separate spreadsheet or an online form to produce or submit your certified reports. With payroll software that was designed with contractors in mind, you can always be certain you are paying according to the correct prevailing wage scale and easily be able to generate your WH-347 along with your statement of compliance without duplication of effort. In addition, the right software can also allow for electronic uploads of these forms, such as an LCP tracker. QuickBooks does not auto-calculate payroll burden either. Burden, which is also known as the overhead payroll-related expenses that you as an employer incur, such as workers' comp, unemployment, and union contributions. If you're not factoring in those additional labor-related expenses into your job cost now, then you're not seeing a true picture of your actual labor cost on jobs. This can cause your job reports to inaccurately reflect your job profits. With the right software, this can be an automatic calculation that you don't have to give a second thought to. For union contractors, there can be a whole new level of payroll complexities added, even more so if you work in multiple unions. With QuickBooks Payroll, union reporting is a completely manual process. You need to be able to make sure you are accounting for the proper deductions and contributions and paying your employees the appropriate rate for their class, as well as applying fringe benefits as part of your job cost. Union payroll processing is different per job and contractor. And to be honest, there's no universal answer for streamlining the process. But you can limit the stress of reporting by investing in a construction-specific system that will do it for you. Effective document management is critical to the success of your construction projects. It's nearly impossible to organize and manage the tons of documents that flow through your office every single day. And that's what pitfall number 5 is all about. The construction industry is notoriously paper intensive, from the original estimate to the bid, approved contracts, permits, specs, invoices, and more. QuickBooks not only falls short on the ability to generate most of these forms, but it also can't create RFIs, submittals, and transmittals, and also doesn't have an electronic storage module that can save those generated documents for you for easy retrieval at any time. The best solution I've seen is one where all of your business documents can be stored electronically by job, customer, vendor, document type in one centralized location that allows for easy and secure access. Having the ability to quickly locate any document at any time, once again, saves time. And as we all know, time is money. It also helps you and others in your company stay better organized and be more efficient. There's no need to spend time filing paper forms and cluttering up your office with filing cabinets and tons of printed documents that take forever to locate again when you need them. Electronic document management is definitely the way to go. You can improve collaboration as well as save time and reduce administrative burden by allowing project managers to access what they need when they need it, without having to call into the office every time they need a copy of a permit. There's also a cost savings to consider, where you can reduce paper, printing supplies, and reduce administrative costs associated with manual document management processes. A few other benefits to note about electronic document management are document routing for approvals. Having your documents backed up electronically. You can't back up that filing cabinet sitting over there in the corner. Workflow and status reporting, the ability to set up different levels of access for secured documents. Email integration for saving and sending files, as well as audit and versioning control. An integrated document management solution that provides access to the most current project documents in real time makes it easier for all members of your organization to find what they need and be more proficient, and ultimately enables better collaboration for everyone working on your projects and gives you more document control. One way to have a better handle on your outstanding dollars and profits is by using Progress or AIA billing. In QuickBooks, this type of billing is a manual process and one that we will talk about next in Pitfall number 6. Using Progress or AIA billing for invoicing allows you to continue to get paid throughout a project and to pay in a timely manner expenses related to that project. This method of billing, which is based on the progress or percentage of completion of a job, also ensures that the work gets completed. Most times, this type of billing is required by the owner of the project. And on those contracts, it's mandatory that you submit your billings in AIA G702 and G703 formats in order to get paid. Many of you already are familiar with this concept, I'm sure, and this is once again something you cannot do in QuickBooks. In my experience, to be honest, AIA billing requirements are the number one reason most contractors using QuickBooks begin looking for other software solutions. Trying to keep up with progress billings manually can have a lot of negative results. For one, if retainage is a factor, your accounts receivable will never truly be accurate because QuickBooks cannot handle retainage tracking. Also, keeping up with all of this information in spreadsheets allows room for lots of errors, such as improper percentage of completion calculations, not accounting for stored materials properly, or forgetting to manually add approved change orders to your billings. In addition, it causes you duplicate work because then you manually have to post that into your accounting system, manually track the retainage as the job progresses. These manual billing errors can likely result in jobs being underbilled or overbilled, not to mention can cause delays in receiving your payments. Maintaining billing on par with the progress of a job allows you to better recognize your job profit throughout the life of the job and not just once the job is completed. If your company has to do AIA billing now, consider how you're doing this. How are you doing it? Do you have a good handle on the status of each of your projects? Are they being billed accurately and in a timely manner? Or are your billings late and as a result, you don't have the cash flow you need? Completing and adjusting progress billing applications by hand can be a lot of work. But if you have the support of a construction accounting system that tracks and automates AIA billing for you, it can be a real game changer. Unlike contract billing, time and material billing allows for contractors to get paid for actual labor hours worked and materials or equipment used with a predetermined markup percentage. Limited integration between your T&M billing manager and your accounting software can cause more work than necessary. Sometimes there can be a real tough balancing act between the flexibility that T&M contracts provide and the ability to capture those costs and convert them into a detailed invoice for payment in a timely manner. When you're running a service side to your business, you need a program such as Vision InfoSoft's Time and Material Billing Manager to make it easy to create custom work orders, add billable items from a custom electrical item database, and then quickly, seamlessly be able to integrate that with your accounting system so that you can get your invoices out and get your payments in. QuickBooks allows for basic integration with your T&M Billing Manager software, but not at the detailed level most contractors need, and not as smoothly as it can with an accounting system that was designed for complete effortless integration directly from your T&M Billing Manager program. JOBPOWER software has a deep integration with Vision's Time and Material Billing Manager, which simplifies your electrical or plumbing service work billing. With a click of a button, you can import all of your service work orders and instantly generate professional-looking invoices to send via email to your customers and have all your general ledger accounts updated automatically. You will get paid sooner and spend less time managing your billing processes. If you're looking for an accounting software that is easy to learn, easy to use, and affordable, that has more construction-oriented reporting and features, whether on-premise or on the cloud, then I invite you to take a look at JOBPOWER software. We want to learn about your job cost and accounting needs and would love to find out if we're a good fit for you. We would love to help you avoid all the costly pitfalls we discussed today and more. Definitely feel free to reach out and schedule a one-on-one online demo at your convenience.
Awesome. Thank you, Dee.
Thank
Hey
you.
everyone. Hey everyone. So far we have no questions, which I think they're absorbing your content, and well, you had great detail on each of the limitations. If anybody here has any questions about any of the limitations or challenges you face with QuickBooks, we'd be happy to answer any questions you have right now, or feel free to reach out separately from the webinar. The contact information is, actually, you want to go back a slide, Dee, just to leave that up. Yeah, there we go. If you'd like to reach out to ask any questions from JOBPOWER regarding the accounting system that you're using, I know we have Vision Infosoft customers asking us quite often about what accounting systems we integrate with, or that they're kind of looking around for a new accounting system, and JOBPOWER is one we recommend. They are actually a sister company of ours, and we've been working with them for a while now, trying to make sure that our software will work well with their accounting system. And they have been, how long again has JOBPOWER been servicing the industry?
JOBPOWER's been working with contractors for almost 30 years now. Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been
longer
around
than
quite a
us.
while. Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
around quite a while, and I would say 90% of our customers do come from QuickBooks. So we have a lot of great features, even more than the ones we discussed today, that I think will be greatly beneficial to pretty much any contractor out there right now over QuickBooks.
Excellent. So I do have a question here. Let's
Okay.
see. Can change orders be generated and sent straight from the system with approval workflow?
Yes, they can. Our program actually comes preloaded with some change order forms. One, a lot of anybody who does AIA is probably familiar with the G701. It has that template already loaded, as well as you can customize your own. It'll automatically generate it, and you can send it through for approval processes, email it directly out of the system as well.
Excellent. Okay, that was Stacy who asked that question.
Good question, Stacy.
Yes, I think that's all I see. Aaron has his hand raised, but I'm not sure if he has a question that he'd like to ask verbally, or if you just want to type your question there, Aaron. We weren't planning on activating people's microphones today, but it says he raised it 10 minutes ago. Oh, he just unraised it. So you're
It might
listening.
have been a mistake.
Um,
Or Aaron, if you do still have that question, again, feel free. My email address is visible on the screen now. Anyone can email me directly with any questions they have in regards to any specifics about what the program can do. And again, more than happy to do a demonstration with you or anyone at your office that you think might benefit from this. And we do custom one-on-one demos where we can delve into specifically what your company's needs are. So you're not sitting through a canned presentation, if you will.
yep, and while we're waiting a minute or two here, if anybody else has any questions, I wanted to mention that we will be making this video available after the webinar, probably first thing tomorrow. We'll send out an email kind of summarizing the webinar and giving you a link to the video and providing some contact information for Dee at JOBPOWER. And it'll also be on our YouTube channel. So be sure to follow us or subscribe, I guess, to Vision Infosoft on YouTube. And I also recommend to hit the bell so that you get an email notification when we do upload a new video. We don't upload enough videos to where you're going to be getting them multiple times a day or anything. We usually have a new video about once a week. Okay, here's a few more questions. Stacy has a follow-up. Is this
Okay.
program online or software sold and housed on a server?
We offer both. Whatever your needs are, we have an on-premise solution that can be ran on your local area network, and we also offer a cloud version as well.
Okay, and Eric asks, how many users can access and use the program at a time?
It depends on how many user licenses you purchase, as many as you need.
And Carrie asks, how difficult is it to install JobPower? How big does your company have to be to have good use of the software?
Great question. JobPower is super easy to install. If you're doing the cloud-based, there's nothing for you to install but a simple app. Any of our support reps, once you get our program, can provide you with assistance. They can remote in, set up the app, and get you connected almost instantaneously. For the local installs, same thing. We send you the program, you get very detailed instructions, and any of our support reps are happy to remote in and assist you with that process. What was the second part of that question again, Derek?
Well, how big does your company have to be to make good use of the software of JobPower?
There is no dollar limit. The way we do it, our program, just honestly put, is designed more for the small to medium-sized contractors. We have large contractors as well. So we don't put a dollar limit on it. It's basically your needs. But the majority of our contractors, I would say, would probably be in the small to medium range, anywhere from 500,000 annually to 25 million annually.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, and maybe I should have prefaced the webinar with this, but one of the reasons why we're doing this webinar with Dee and JobPower is we feel they're a great match for our customer base, our electrical contractor customer base, and our plumbing contractors as well. The way they cater to electrical contractors and the size of our customers is a perfect match, and it's a great way to consider. Right now is a great time to kind of consider what you're doing with QuickBooks and where you could be. And this gives you a great opportunity, this webinar, to learn about that. And maybe if not now, then in the future, keep it in mind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, I got one more question here from Eric from earlier. Can you have both the hard drive and the cloud option, and do they update each other?
No and no. It's one or the other. You've got two separate databases. So if one lives up here in the cloud and one lives down here on your local computer, they're never going to be able to talk to each other. So the answer to that is no.
I feel as though the cloud solution, I mean, you use it as though, I mean, you could just use it from anywhere, and the only difference is that you don't have to worry about making sure the server's working correctly. And I don't
There's
know,
a
do you want to
whole
cover
ton
that
of
a little?
advantages. I
Right.
could spend another 30 minutes talking about that. The biggest number one is the ability for accessibility anywhere, anytime, from any internet connected device. And especially in today's world, with so many people working remotely or in remote office locations or in different parts of the country, I would say the majority of most new customers do go the cloud route because of that. And there's, like I said, a ton of other benefits. We make continuous backups in the background for you. Yes, you don't have to maintain costly server upgrades in-house. All of that's done for you.
All right. Corey asks, do you process payroll?
We don't process payroll as a service. Our program comes with a payroll module that we also have a JP Mobile, which is a remote timekeeping application where your employees can actually clock in and out or log in their time from the field, and it collects that, sends that back in-house So it makes payroll processing super easy. The payroll person can then import that data. It breaks it all out to the job cost, and then from there you can generate checks or direct deposits. We do offer e-file options as well for all your payroll needs, e-file W-2s, 1099s, things of that nature.
All right, Stacy asks, what about project timelines? Does the system have a solution for this built into it?
We don't have a quote unquote scheduling module, if that's what you're referring to, scheduling timelines.
I assume that's what she means,
Mm,
project
yeah.
timeline.
hmm
All right, that covers all our current questions. Oh, Stacy said thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank everyone who joined us today and those who are still with us. I really appreciate everybody's time and the opportunity to discuss some of these pitfalls with you. And again, I invite you and encourage you to reach out and schedule a one-on-one and see, if JobPower would be a good fit for your company and, a nice upgrade from QuickBooks.
All right, let's make Catherine's question the final question, unless let's make it the final question. All right, is the online version the same as the installed version? So they offer all the same tools?
Great question again. I know that's a big thing I've run into with a lot of old QuickBooks users. They went from the desktop to the online version and lost a lot of functionality. The answer to that with JobPower is they're one and the same. The desktop version and the cloud version will give you the same features and functionality.
Perfect, excellent. All right, yeah, I think that rounds up all our questions, and you kind of already closed out. So I guess I just wanted to thank everybody for joining, and expect an email from us here shortly. Tomorrow is our goal, and to get that update to you about this webinar recording and some additional contact information. Feel free to email anybody here that at Vision if you have any questions or difficulty, or have any other questions about our software here at Vision, our electrical bid manager, our time and material billing manager for service work, and of course, which is kind of hot right now, there's a lot of conversations about pricing, material pricing, because of how crazy it is out there over the last half a year plus. Epic Pricing is a pricing service we offer with weekly updates, and it also has the ability to do dynamic updates whenever we detect a pricing change on items. And there is a net pricer module that enables you to directly connect to your local supplier. So Epic is something a lot of our customers are adding to their electrical bid manager. So thank you again, and we'll see you soon.